What's going on YouTube? Evan here, going to be teaching you Feeling Alright by Rebelution. It's a beautiful song. I'm going to be teaching you, it's a little bit more technical of a song because I'm going to be teaching the introduction. Otherwise it's like the other ones, it's no more difficult. But I'm going to be teaching you some various places to play it to, and so ways that you can make it your own. And then that introduction that I did, I'm not sure if it's the exact one that he does, but it sounds right and it's pretty good. So let's get into it. So the way that I play that beginning part is I start with playing the open E, or the low E string, and then the G string, and then the second fret of the G string, which is the A note, and then the B string, and then I press my first finger down on the C note of it's the first fret of the B string, okay? First finger down on the first fret of the B string, and I pluck that and the open A note up here, the open A string up here. Okay? And then you take your third finger, you put it on the G note, which is on the third fret of the low E, and you pluck that and the B string open. Now make a D here in the open position, and just pluck the D and the high E, which is an F sharp note, if you want to know. So open D string and the F sharp note. Okay? So what we have so far is we have E, G, A, B, C and A, G and B, D and F sharp. Alright, now you're going to take your second finger off, and you're going to hit the E string again by itself, and then hammer on and off with that second finger on the second fret of the high E string. And you're going to follow it up with the B and G. Okay? And then you're going to take your first finger off and put it on the second fret of the A string and pluck that. And then put the second finger back down on the F sharp. Slide it up to the 5th fret. Alright, so that whole part was. Got it? Alright, that's the first part. Next part starts out the same way. This time you're going to hit the G string and then take your finger off. So play it twice. So G, A, and then with your pinky here you're going to hit the 4th fret of the D string. And back to the 2nd fret of the A string. The variation I do sometimes is okay. Now the next part is the most difficult part, so this will take a little bit of time, and I still mess up on it from time to time. So you're going to hit the low E string again. You're going to come up here to the 7th fret. We're going to be pressing the first finger on the A string of the 7th fret and the third finger on the 8th fret of the B string. Those together. Okay. See if I can get it straight on of what that looks like. I'm trying to move this finger out of the way. Alright. So and you're going to slide that up to the 9th and 10th. So far. 10th and 12th. And then I do that. So, and that is just plucking those two strings again. so you gotta get. There's some pinky exercises you're gonna have to get in here. All right, so bum bum bum. We're here. We're on the 10th and 12th. Then you slide that third finger over to the 13th fret. Catching the what is that, 15th fret with your pinky, and then you slide that finger back, so the finger goes bum bum bum. Now you're on the 13th fret with this third finger. And you hit some harmonics after that, so. Bam, 7th fret harmonics. That's how you'll finish that. Okay, so work on that a lot. Okay. Then you're going to bar the 7th fret with your first finger, and you're just going to hit. And all I'm doing is hitting the low E and then G, B, E. Start the next part, which is kind of the same, feeling alright, but it's a different way to play it. So he's just playing different ways of playing that. Feeling alright, that's all he's doing. So now we're going to do it with, it's the E minor, and you'll understand this later when we get into the bars. But we're starting on this E minor, but you don't need the pinky on this one. So E minor 7. And then A minor 7. We don't A minor, but A minor 7. Then G major 7, and then so it goes like this. And then D. And then you're finished kind of back on that. Back on this, what is this, B, which is, see, that's what we're finishing on. So this is an awesome song to learn a lot, because we're breaking down these chords and we're only playing certain parts of these chords. D, and now we're kind of doing this B, and then you do it again, and then finish here on this lower B minor 7. And that is the intro, and then we can get into that. And oh, and that last part, I just kind of add my own little thing there. And that's what I'm talking about, making it kind of your own and doing, you know, to your level of skill or whatever that you can do. Alright, so the chords for this song, the cycle of chords is E minor, A minor, G, D, and B minor 7. And that's what we were doing with all this stuff. That's what we were doing when we were playing all these, because if you think about it, okay, right here when we were piecing this together, we're hitting these parts of these chords. So E minor is what we're hitting right now. We're playing. Yeah, that's an A minor piece right there. That's the A and the C of the A minor. Then we're hitting that G, and then we're hitting that D, and then we're finishing on that. And then we were piecing that part together. If you look at that chord, you see we're hitting all those when we were doing that. See that? Okay, so we're just dissecting these chords and we're playing them in different ways. So that is the cycle of the chord. So when you know, or that's the cycle of the song. So so you can do it here in the open. This is how he does it. Okay, or you can do it up here. We can play the E minor here on the 7th fret, right? A minor, G, and D. We can go down here to the B minor 7, or we can do it right here too. now you're starting to use this whole guitar and you're starting to get into it. You can even go up here and play some of these. You know, up here is your is a B too. So if your B is down here, right, B minor 7, then how do we find it up here? That's it right there. And play that B minor 7th up there. So. B minor 7. All right. Now you're starting to learn how to use the whole guitar. This is an awesome song to do that. And so from 1st fret to 12th fret, this is a guitar, right? And then this is where it all starts over from the 12th fret down to here. But you only got about, depending on your guitar, how many frets you have down here. So I don't have an entire guitar here, but I have close to it. I have most of everything that I need right here, just in a higher octave. This is it right here. This 12th fret is essentially this nut right here. Okay? Except that you have to be the nut. You have to be the nut by pressing down on the 12th fret when you're playing it. So if I was to play like an E minor, okay, we play an E minor on what, the 2nd fret here, right? So if your finger was the nut and the nut is the 12th fret, so we put the finger down on the 12th fret, right? That's the nut. We go 2 frets out, 1, 2, and we press those same, the A and the D, right? Then we have an E minor, just a high E minor. Bam, okay? And if you move up and you do the F, right? This is an F, because this is an F in the 1st position. The nut right behind the finger. So here's the nut right behind the finger, and the F shape. Alright, there was a little guitar theory at the end there for you, but you got the whole song. The pattern for that is, you know, one, dun, 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 2 beats, 1 beat, 1 beat, 2 beats, 2 beats. Alright. Okay, thank you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you guys are out here, hit me up. Much love. Leave comments. See you guys later. Thank you. And ladies.